Let's get it. We are live now.
We like 2 minutes early. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Mm,
All right,
oops.
let's get this shared real quick.
Let's see.
Now we can add the sports page too. Now
Oh yeah. Whenever I try to at you guys on the sports page for Facebook, it
it
wouldn't let me.
it doesn't work, right?
It is
Uh,
weird as hell.
yep, I know. It's really bad. Ice Trader again.
Let's see.
All right, and you're ready. You good to go?
Yep.
Recording in progress.
I need to fix that.
Right.
Like,
Hey
damn.
man, welcome back. We got another episode of IBTE Sports Podcast here. You got your host, co-host, co-founder Lawrence Elliott here. Feeling good. The week has been long, and I got my boy.
Stop. Today is Phil. I also had a very exhausting week. Also just had a very exhausting day. Just got back from basketball. Had to shoot some threes real quick, my specialty, because that's all I know how to do. But at least I'm consistent with it. Also, shout out to J. Cole during his time being a pro hooper. Had to cop the jersey. I'm wearing it backwards so you actually see the name, so I don't have to, do the whole turn thing. But we here.
All right,
Now
man.
Thursday.
All right. So we usually start out the show. Um, I'm gonna ask myself this question: Is how are you feeling today, Lawrence? Today I'm feeling a little exhausted, but I'm gonna get through it. I'm happy that it is Thursday. It's Friday Junior. I get to be here with my boy Phil to do the sports show. It's a highlight of my week, so that's how I'm feeling. The week could be better. It's gonna be better. I'm gonna speak it into existence. I'm gonna have a great Friday tomorrow, a great Saturday, and it's gonna be Father's Day. So I gotta hook my dad up
Right.
with a gift too. So happy Father's Day to all the great fathers out there. Keep doing your thing. What about you? How you feeling, man?
Yeah, just like you, I feel like exhausted right now because we played for basketball like 2 hours straight. I haven't played ball in a while, so it's kind of exhausting, especially that first time coming back. Also work. But hey, push on. Friday Junior's here. Gotta get ready for the weekend. Also, you need to make a shirt saying Friday Junior because that's been your catchphrase every single Thursday. So we had to get the
Friday,
Friday Junior merch out there as well.
Friday Junior, man.
Friday
Friday
Junior.
Junior. But man, speaking of merch, you said you want everybody want this hoodie, man.
As soon as I saw it during the Warzone video, I was like, damn, that looks fire. Just the red and then the words on it.
This is done by yours truly, man. Yeah, you feel me? I'm out here. I'm talented. I'm talented.
Put
But
slap the credit card on the table. I need one of those ASAP.
the ultimate. Those TikTok videos are hilarious. But
Right.
man, let's get right to it, man. Where you want to start? There's a lot to unpack. A lot has happened this week, from sports aspect. Where you want to start?
Oh, we got a little bit of NFL news here since the off season is still going on, but there's a little bit of news sprinkled up here and there. We can start off with one of the smaller topics. as some of you may know, currently Patriots cornerback Stephon Gilmore is not going to camp at the moment, so has a bunch of Patriots fans worried as myself.
Is he holding
And
out?
rumors are he's holding on. He's holding out for a contract.
Oh
So
wow! Wait? Did he just get an extension?
I don't believe so. I'll
Hmm.
probably have to double check on that. And this reaches out to all the other teams, and guess who goes on social media to try to recruit him? Jalen Ramsey from the
Jalen
LA Rams.
Ramsey. He's trying to get everybody and their mother to join the
Right.
Rams.
He said Mookie Betts came from Boston to LA and won a championship. You could do the same, and then added uh Stephon Gilmore. So I mean, if Gilmore joined the Rams, that defense would be even more loaded. But I don't want to see that. I like the duo of Gilmore and J.C. Jackson in New
Nah,
England. So
he needs to stay up out of there. We don't need that. He can
we
stay
don't
in
need
the
more
he can stay
defense.
in the AFC, man.
Yeah, I mean, he is going through a lot of injuries, and he's like not as good as he was the year before when he was a defensive player of the year. But I still think
Mhm.
he could be a legitimate cornerback in today's NFL. We
We
just got to
got
give him the right moments.
we got Big Sosa in the chat early. Yeah, what's good, bro?
Yep.
How you doing? Appreciate you, man. The city not out yet, man. It's gonna be coming. It's gonna be coming. It's hot right now, so we really can't. I want to pull hoodies out right
I
now,
was about to
but
say you're the one wearing the hoodie.
huh?
You say it's hot. It's hot, right?
Well,
Nick? You're the
well,
one wearing the
I
hoodie.
was gonna say it's nighttime. It's nighttime right now. But it's not prime time to sell them. You feel me? So
We got to
we
drive it
still
up a
gotta,
little bit.
we a business at the end of the day too. Like we gotta make sure that when we drop them, that people gonna buy them. So it's
Right.
summer right now. It's hot. But be on the lookout. We got some special things coming. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Right.
More merch, more things for the network is coming. So.
Right. How do you feel about the whole Ramsey Gilmore situation?
I don't know. I think it's pretty cool to see like players doing that because, like, why not? Why not try to get another premier corner?
I would
Like,
be it's absolutely sad if that happened,
yeah,
especially going
like
to the Rams.
right. That'd be crazy. But I think yeah, like I said, I think it's cool when the players do that because they're just being transparent. Like, I would love the opportunity to have him on my team, or I would like for our team to trade for him or whatever it is. So I think it's a good opportunity
Right.
for the league and just how everything is. Like I'm big on like not doing stuff by yourself. Like
Team.
at the end of the day, it is what it is, man.
I mean, if he does leave, hopefully it's not to LA. Maybe somewhere else, preferably not like to an already powerhouse defense because that just
Hmm.
makes them even more stacked than what they already are with Aaron Donald and everyone else. So, plus Boston and LA, you already know how that rivalry goes, and what's even worse that they already lost Mookie Betts from the Red Sox to the Dodgers, so that's just another thing that LA fans can make fun of for Boston fans. So that's gonna be great if that actually happens.
Mookie Betts, one of the most talented and most athletic human beings on earth right now.
Plus, a
That guy
very
is
underrated
special.
bowler. The bowl as well.
Yeah. But man, what we got next, man? As far
We
as
got
NFL.
we got a little bit of beef going on in Kansas City.
Hmm.
Current free agent Le'Veon Bell and Andy Reid sort of had a falling out apparently, and Le'Veon Bell took to social media and saying, "I will not. I would rather retire than play for Andy Reid again." And then former Chiefs player safety Tyrann Mathieu mentioned commented on this saying, people get mad when they don't be successful or don't get enough PT." And then Le'Veon Bell laughed at him. So just a bunch of confusion going on because I thought Andy Reid was a player's coach and a lot of people like Andy Reid. So I don't know. Maybe Le'Veon Bell's just mad at he didn't go off like we expected him to, like maybe a while back. But it's just weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's kind of bush league for him to do that. He probably didn't like the amount of snaps he was getting and everything like that. But at the end of the day, bro, you're not at the end of your career, but you're still at the point of your career where you're gonna you're gonna take what the league gives you. Like
Twilight years.
one thing you gotta learn with sports is the game goes on without you. Like you die, it goes without you. You get sick, you get hurt. The league is gonna go on without you. Like it's bigger than you. Like
It's strictly business.
I was gonna say I had to learn that at a young age because I thought everything revolved around me, and it don't work that way. So like when you're mad and you walk out of practice, that's what's gonna happen. That practice is still gonna go on. That practice is not stopping. Like unless you sit there and take all the footballs, like like
They might as well
so at the end of the day, he gotta man up and be all right with what the situation is and be glad that you're in the NFL, man.
Right. Do you see any teams looking at him after this? Because I know he hasn't been signed yet, I believe.
I think you got to see how he plays. Like if he can still play, teams will take him. Like teams will take him. Like I think there will be people more than happy to take him, but he'd also have to take that pay cut.
Right. He can't keep going off of his name and what he's done in Pittsburgh alone.
Yeah.
Because you have to prove what you can do now. Because we know what you did in Pittsburgh.
And Pittsburgh, his availability wasn't there in the games that you needed him. So that's a tough thing too. You gotta take that into consideration. And I'm a huge Le'Veon Bell fan. It was kind of funny enough, like when we do release Meet the IBTE Sports co-host post, one of my favorite players is Clinton Portis. And he wore number 26, and that's the reason why I wear number 26. A huge Reggie Bush fan. I wore 25 at first, and then Clinton Portis came about early on, and I loved how he played. He played with life. He was colorful while he played, and like I took that number on, and then to see Le'Veon kind of change, and people eventually said I played like him. So I looked up to him while I was in college and things like that when he was with the Steelers, and watching him, man, like when he played was great. But then the injuries came and then the off-field issues, and then now he's at this point where he's a Super Bowl winning coach that's been through so many things. Like Andy Reid's been through mad adversity, and for him to like come out and say this, we don't know what happened either. So that's another thing.
It's all behind the doors because
Right,
we're not team officials or staff that work there or even the players. So
hey, shout out to my boy Kenny Lacy in the building.
hey, shout out to the superstar of the team.
Big superstar. He said, "Call to God." Call to
Just
God.
came in.
Oh man.
And then we also got for the Madden gamers out there that's watching. Madden, I believe, released their cover today. They released a little trailer the day before with two baby goats and former cover athlete Peyton Hillis. They used to play for the Browns a while back, who had one good season.
I'm gonna cut you off. This is the worst Madden cover since Peyton Hillis.
Ooh, is it?
Top two. This is top two. You can put it number 1 or 2, but Peyton Hillis can be number 1, and this is trash. This is
Yeah,
this is bad.
I was kind of confused by
PR.
first.
This is bad PR. This game, they better fix the connected franchise. They better fix it.
They said they are fixing that.
They better fix the entire thing, like, because
They do.
all they did was dump all their money into microtransactions and to rake money out of people's pockets. That's it. Just straight.
Right. And then
Come here, give me it. Like,
especially the mud team, that
like
mode.
it's ruined. It's like every game.
Right.
I get it. Like that's the only way they can make money though, because every year you got to come up with something new for those transactions. But I'm gonna be really disappointed in Madden. Madden hasn't been good in a long time.
It hasn't been good in like 10 years.
Connected franchise mode has to be elite.
They said they're gonna fix that, so
it has to be the best it's ever been. That's the only way this like really is a success.
Right. Yeah, they mentioned that's one of the top things they're gonna fix.
Exactly.
EA mentioned that
my guy
so.
Kenny.
What do you say?
He said I only play the game for franchise mode. That's a fact. 2K coming for them soon. Hey, Otto, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. This is one. This is one-on-one.
Yeah, everyone loved it. I'm telling you.
It's not out. This is one-on-one, man. Like,
right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And not gonna lie, Kenny, Neil, or Phil I was looking at it, was about to hand it to one of them. I said I gotta keep it for myself. Because listen, if I gave it to one of y'all, everybody else would have been mad. Say I'm lying.
I think Neil would have been the most mad.
I gave y'all neutral colors. I gave dark gray. Well, I gave charcoal gray, light gray, and then black. I gave neutral colors. If I gave one of y'all a red hoodie with this logo, y'all would have lost your minds.
I would have showed it off, to be honest. So you're probably right for not giving it to me.
Exactly. So I had to make a decision and said I can't do it. But
Right. So
I
you're
don't
just, you're just gonna show it off on the podcast instead. You're right. You got it.
know. Otto, Kenny, Big Sosa, they're in the chat. What do y'all think about the Le'Veon situation? Him calling out Andy Reid and then Tyrann Mathieu firing back at him pretty much. Y'all put that in the
I
chat.
think it's complete unprofessional because
He said I
you know
needed
they
that
took a
red.
chance on you. They took a big chance on signing him.
Right.
So-
So I think that fractures the situation. He can't even go back into that. How can you go back into the
That's
locker
true.
room after that? Like all those players have been there. Like Kelsey, Hill, like they can't look like we've won 40 games out of 45 games. Like how are you saying that the guy that has led us to victory over and over again doesn't know what he's talking about? That doesn't make any
Right.
sense.
And especially the older team veterans on that team, they're probably looking at like Le'Veon crazy right now because they probably know what it's like to to try to be relevant or like be somewhat productive near the
Mhm.
end of their career or like when people counted them out. So getting the opportunity is kind of tough at that time, at that point in your career.
Yeah, like definitely, Kenny. He said he's already has a bad rap after holding out and flaming out in New York. Now you just look hurt. That is very true.
Right.
Very true.
Oh, I just wanted to add one more thing for the Madden cover thing because yeah, I thought Brady was already on it when he was a Patriot. Mahomes was on it 2 years ago, I believe, because last year was Lamar Jackson. I mean,
Mahomes
the year
20
before
was
Lamar,
20 I
right?
think. Yeah, 20.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson was this year. Yeah,
Mm.
I mean, the only bright side I could see from this Madden cover, I mean, the last time Madden had a dual athletes on the cover, it was
Larry
you know
Fitzgerald
Pa-
and Troy
Polamalu and
Polamalu.
Fitzgerald,
And
and
that
that
was
game was
and
decent.
no, that cover was fire because they actually had action and were not just folding their arms or something.
Right,
Like
and that game was
actually,
decent as well. So
yeah.
it's a sign to come, maybe. Trying to look not trying to look too much into it. So maybe it might be like a turn of a generation for Madden as they try to get everything better because the gameplay's been terrible. Like you said, connected franchise has been in shambles. It's just a lot because all I see like on social media websites are crazy animations are like lagging from Madden. So they need to do a
Yeah.
lot better.
Right, and the game somewhat looks different, the running styles, but like I think you need to like really go to. I think you need to do whatever the dots are, whatever they put on for the game. You need to call in every single player and have them run, and put that in the game every single year. You
The
need to
motion
put,
capture suits, yeah.
yeah, like you need to really do it every game because like every tight end doesn't run the same, every running back doesn't run the same. Like those, if you really put those things in the game, that would make the game and way better. Like they did it last year with the whole bunch of patches and updates. Is
Right.
different traits like ball carrier traits with running backs. Like Alvin Kamara was Kamara in signature moments when he would get in contact with people. But like when he ran like every other running back. It didn't make sense.
Right.
Like
I
he
think
gave
they're
him
trying to mention
all these abilities before getting contact to the tackler or something. Then when he runs away like everybody else. So it's like I don't know.
right. Yeah, I mean, hopefully, I think there's rumors of them having a new engine, so hopefully, those players try better.
Otto,
Yeah,
Otto,
we're definitely
Otto,
talking about the Sixers. We're going to talk
yeah,
about them. For sure.
Otto,
We have a lot to talk about.
Otto, you acting like a newbie right now. You know how this go. We gotta go through.
Right, let's go
get
through
to
the
the
list.
we're gonna get to the NBA. We haven't touched NFL in a little while, and there's a bunch of
Right.
stuff. There's a lot of worthy stuff, especially with Madden coming out. Madden 22, man. And I'm gonna
Because I
still.
think there's
And
like
what we
four
gonna
things.
do? What we gonna do? We're gonna still buy it. I'm gonna have to buy a system now. And I said I wasn't going to, but I have to now. But
Hey, we will help you out. I'm gonna like go on my phone, try to. I'll give you some sites to follow that gives you like alerts of like it's going live now. So we got you.
oh man, that's just got my PC right now, man. That's all I got.
Right.
Um,
I mean, any other NFL topics you got in mind? Because that's all I had, to be honest.
um, Nah, not really.
Because Aaron Rodgers is still not playing, so that's no new news.
Didn't he?
But
Didn't he have a shirt? I'm oppressed or whatever.
oh yeah, during the golf uh
Yeah,
during the
with
golf
Tom Brady.
game
With
against
Tom Brady.
Brady.
Yeah.
I'm offended.
I
Yeah,
just
he
I'm
said, I'm
offended. I'm
offended.
offended. Not oppressed. I'm offended. Yeah, that's funny.
Right. Because I think Brady was trash talking Rodgers the
He
entire
said better
time.
hit up. He said better hit up Stock Gangster. I'm not doing that. That's rent, bro. Why would I do that?
Yeah,
That's
people paying 800, 900
right.
for
Like
PS4. Like
insane, bro.
PS5.
Absolutely insane.
I
But
got lucky with GameStop. So
right. But going from there, man. Let's get right into it. Let's get to the
right.
NBA. You got the Suns. We're gonna start with the Suns because they are out here. They're steamrolling.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, a little bit of bad news though. So
Shout out to yeah. We're gonna start. Well, you want to start off with the bad news or good news?
we start with good news.
Good news. Devin Booker. Shout out to him for looking out for that fan that screamed "Suns in four," and then proceeded to repeatedly punch the Nuggets fan in the face.
Got a
and then
Western Conference
then
Finals
and
trip.
then was really right when they got swept. So I thought that was crazy, and he got him a signed jersey and a ticket to
Yeah.
the game. So
He said on his tweet, whoever this man is, let me know his info so I can send him all that stuff. It's like, damn, this guy really got it. All that confidence in his team, and it paid off.
he said, "Suns in
Yeah,
four, boom,
Suns in four.
boom, boom."
If that's all it takes to get a jersey and tickets, I mean, I might,
He was defending
next year,
himself though too. At the end of the day,
right?
like you can see it clearly from the video. I don't know. It was 2-on-1, and he still worked both of them. I don't know.
I don't know
So
how much
just
alcohol they had in their system, but
a lot.
he came out on top, right? And then
But go ahead.
going off with the bad news for the Suns. I don't know how. I don't know the exact story, but Chris Paul is currently in COVID protocol,
Mhm.
and he's looking to maybe miss a game or two from the Western Conference Finals, which is a huge loss for the Suns because Chris Paul is a huge part of that team with his playmaking and point guard skills. So
Mhm.
that's gonna be tough, especially if they go against the Jazz or the Clippers, either one of those. 'Cause I think they're gonna need Chris Paul to navigate through the tough defense of the Clippers and trying to keep up with Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell since he's been going off in the playoffs. So
I
Chris Paul is definitely a much needed asset.
Yep, for sure, for sure. What do you say? He said that. That's crazy. That is nuts. But yeah, I think it's really unfortunate. Chris Paul, I don't know. He just has this cloud over him. Playoff, like it's the same time every time. Western
Western
Conference
Conference, yeah.
every time.
Against the
Either
Rockets, when he's on the Rockets against the Warriors,
yep, and it's
just
just
crazy.
can't catch a break, man. Can't catch a break. Like
And you know what's like slightly funny about that? When the news broke out, I saw it like on ESPN or some other news outlets.
hmm
In the comments, all you see is, "Oh, they let LeBron play, but Chris Paul can't play." They really brought like LeBron into this, even though he has nothing to do with Chris Paul being off for COVID protocol.
Well, yeah,
And then the argument,
they're going back to that outside event he was at. So,
yeah,
but it was within the guidelines or whatever it
right.
was, and he didn't
Yeah,
have it.
I
So,
think the rule was to be able to attend to the event that LeBron was attending to. It was either you have to be either negative for COVID or have the vaccine, and obviously LeBron was one of those two,
mhm,
so he was able to go.
right,
But I don't know how Chris Paul contacted COVID, but
yeah,
now he's in this mess. And hopefully he gets back soon. 'Cause I think what 8 to 10 days, I believe.
yeah, and he has time. So like
So
either he's showing real bad symptoms, or like it's something that we really don't know that's going on. You feel
yeah,
me? Because like he must be showing symptoms because the other series ain't even done yet. They're just sitting there chilling, and they're
right.
saying
So
he's gonna miss 2 games.
yeah, the best case scenario,
So
hopefully this Jazz Clippers series goes to 7 to give Chris Paul even more time, because we know how the playoffs work. It's a game and then a rest and then a game. So hopefully the
yeah,
series longs out so Chris Paul can maybe just miss one game at most. But we'll
mhm.
see how the Jazz and Clippers go.
Yeah, Kenny. I didn't even know that. I thought it was just speculation if he did test positive. So that's crazy.
Yeah,
So he must test positive, and probably has symptoms too. So it's probably an automatic day window, which is it wasn't a squad though. He's the only one that got it. Yeah, see, so he must. I don't know. I don't know, man. Chris Paul. All we know is Chris Paul got bad luck. But like sometimes in careers, you just not meant to have a championship run, man. You just meant to be a great player at the end of the day. But
It's sad, but hey, hopefully he gets back soon.
yeah. Going from there, man. Where you want to go from there?
Oh, we can just start off with
It's
the
a
little
lot.
storyline and work our way off the playoffs.
Yeah, let's go to the Clippers and the Jazz, man. Because that's um, another unfortunate curse of a organization, the Clippers.
Yeah, they've had the. I mean, especially when Doc Rivers was the coach, like they've
Right.
been a lot of short upcomings and a lot of not a lot of excess, even though they had like a solid roster with Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, Paul Pierce, Jamal Crawford, even JJ Redick. So they had a lot of good talent. They just came up short in a lot of different ways. But with this current Clippers team, Kawhi Leonard is reported, because we don't know exactly what it is exactly, but he's reported to have an ACL injury, which we definitely know is no joke to play around with. So
Mm.
and he's feared to be missing the rest of the postseason. So it's pretty much going to be the Paul George show from now on for the Clippers. Which from last night, if it goes a lot like that, they could definitely win the series. But if Paul George isn't consistent throughout the series, they could be gone just as much. So
This is like
I mean,
this is his time to really show up,
right.
and really showcase what he can do. Like everybody know Paul George is that guy. Like
He showed it in Indiana.
yeah, I was gonna say before breaking the leg, like and everything like that, and he just I feel like it's just a great opportunity for him to show that. Just like I was saying with KD, like KD, obviously KD super elite. I feel like he's way better than Paul George, but with Paul George has been a thing of he's crying in the bubble, and didn't perform. Had an opportunity to perform and didn't. Now he has another opportunity to carry his team, carry the load for the Clippers, and do something that's never been done. Is get him somewhere. So I don't know. I think it's a good opportunity for Paul George.
Right. As for the Clippers, it's basically they had the whole second round curse. They haven't made it past the second round in a while. So if Paul George could somehow break through and continue his consistent performance like how he's playing, it'll be a great sign. Plus, if the Clippers do advance to the Western Conference Finals and the Philadelphia 76ers do not, maybe someone needs to talk to Doc Rivers, because that's that's been a whole mess with Doc Rivers coach led teams lately. They haven't been as good as they should be.
Mm,
But
definitely.
I think I still have the Jazz
In
winning this
seven.
series, because yeah, in 7,
Okay.
because I just believe Paul George is gonna do everything he can. In my
Vegas is
opinion,
giving them a point tomorrow too
right? I do
to
believe
keep in
Paul George
mind.
is gonna show out, but I just think especially with Kawhi out, that's a lot of pressure taken off of the Jazz, since they won't have that go-to defender on the Clippers. So
Mm-hmm.
Donovan Mitchell, he has to do everything he can in the power just to go off with no Kawhi there, because I think that's the main guy that would be guarding Donovan Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
And plus with Paul George, it's pretty much going to be Paul George versus Donovan Mitchell, and you have to depend on the rest of the cast. And if I had to pick personally between which supporting cast I would have,
Jazz.
I would choose the Jazz.
100.
Bogdanovich,
percent
Mike Conley when he's healthy, Rudy Gobert,
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Clarkson off the bench. Just the Jazz have the better thing. And then I forgot who mentioned it on Twitter. I think it was Jamal Murray. They said the healthiest team. This is the year that the healthiest team might actually win the like the whole thing. Which I agree. We've
Yeah.
had 10 superstars go down. This is the most in league history. Also, like 9 or 10 superstars go
It's
down.
because it's just like here and there sometimes I look at the some of the comments when like the athletes post like the replies Twitter Facebook and just some of the people the stuff they say is just like they have just no idea like how important it is to rest your body when you're not in season. Like, and for them to say these players are weak because they only had what 70 days to get ready, and they normally have 150 or I think 100
Close
three
to that,
months,
yeah.
4 months to get ready, and then you cut it down to two. That's a big difference.
3 or 4 months, yeah.
That's a huge difference. So you sit there and just look at like how oblivious some people are. It's just funny.
Right. And then there was also an argument made. You know how a lot of people were talking about the Lakers last year. Oh, they won a Mickey Mouse ring last year, as because the whole like COVID protocol thing and the whole bubble situation.
Mm-hmm.
But we also got to talk about how this year is almost like last year. All these stars hurt, and no one's calling this, comparing it to last year, even though all these good players are hurt. So where's everyone saying
Are
it?
truly the best teams really playing right now? Like,
Right. So it's something that you have to, hold yourself accountable, because if you said this about the Lakers last year, you have to hold this accountable as well, because a lot of star players are out. Not everyone's at full capacity. So
well, I don't think
are
I
we really
don't.
gonna say
We
this thing
know
out
we
either?
know. Listen, we know it's not about the Lakers. It's just about who's on the
Right.
Lakers. It's not even about
Right.
the organization or the team. It's just about one single person. If anybody else won the championship from last year, it would have been crowned one of the best ever.
Right.
Because of what the Lakers said it took to win that. So it's just funny. It's just funny.
Right. People just gotta, be consistent at least. If you're saying, I mean, that if you want to say that's a Mickey Mouse ring, fine, cool. But you also gotta say this ring
Fraudulent. Yes, Kenny.
as
Fraudulent
well.
champion this year. Fraudulent.
Right. They
Fraudulent.
have to have the same energy for this year because everyone's injured. So
Right.
you gotta keep that same energy.
Everybody's going down. Like it's just wild. It's just wild.
Yeah.
Well, man, going from there. Where do we want to go, man? Where do we want to go? Because you know I'm about to air. We can. Let's get right to Philly, man. Let's get right to Philly, man. Let's go. PSA.
Right.
Here we go. Let me sit up straight here. I've had enough.
We know you know how we feel about Philly teams. So
Hold on.
Birdman, ready?
Hold on. I've had enough of hearing about y'all team. From 2014 to I don't even know how when we heard trust the process. So we laughed at first. That was everybody's reaction. That was your reaction when they started saying trust the process, Phil?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I understand like how it happened, but
So
then
they
can
went
keep it up
through gut the team, and they come back, and then the team gets a little bit better, and Embiid is he's starting to play longer or whatever it is. He was sitting out for a while. And then they trust the process stopped. It was just there. I don't know what happened. And when the grind mode, they got Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons was
It's process
drafted.
complete or something like that. Yeah.
Drafted into the league. Then they started getting the squad. Then they start playing, and then they run into Kawhi.
Heartbreak.
And I don't think they ever really been the same. Like after that shot, I don't think it's I don't think the Sixers will ever compete for an NBA championship. Like I don't. It's too much. There's too much talent in the league, and they're too inconsistent. Like my thing with the Philly sports is this. Like I sit there, I have my boys on Twitter. They sit there, they cry in the chat, about this player, but all season they're saying this player is the best player at that position. Like people are saying that Embiid was literally the MVP of the league over Joker. And it was just like, what are you talking about? Like last night, he didn't score a single point after the 7-minute mark in the fourth quarter.
Right. And just a side note from that, if you're talking about the Embiid and I think one other player were the only players that scored after the second half started. So if you want to go deeper into
all right. So we'll applaud him for that, for being that one person to get that bucket in the fourth, the one bucket. But like,
that's just bad on Philly's part as well.
People like this is the different level of like Kenny. My boy Kenny said it too. Like he says it a bunch of times. Like we need to really be careful on superstar and star, because superstars do not disappear for 7 minutes in a tied up series 2-2 at home. Superstars don't do that. Name me one superstar that in the league that does that. And if you name someone, they're probably a star. They're not a superstar. Like for Embiid to do that, and then you got Ben Simmons. Don't get me started on the rebounding power forward. The rebounding
8-4-9.
If his archetype really is rebounding rebounder, like he doesn't
rebounding athletic finisher.
He's a rebounding rebounder. Like he doesn't do anything else. Like he's hot garbage. I'm tired of this. I'm so tired of this. I'm so sick of it. Just
Yeah.
because he's
Yeah,
7 foot.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not done, Phil. I'm not done. I'm not done.
Oh, good.
You gonna get your time. I'm going in right now. I'm
Go
tired
off,
of
go
him.
off, go off.
I'm tired of hearing about Ben Simmons. I'm tired of hearing about how he's top 5 player. Yo, he might be he might be out of the top 25. Like he might not even be a top 25 player. Like I'm going to keep it a stack 100 with y'all. He's not a top tier player. Like how can you be a top tier player in a league where people are shooting 50-foot 3-pointers? People are shooting past half court. How are you, and you can't do that? And how are you considered to be a top player? Like, come on, bro. I'm sick of this. Bro. Like, in the chat, bro, is there a difference between a superstar and a star? How do you differentiate from that? Like, because we need to really, the gig is up. Like, we're saying these people are superstars, they're really not. Like, at the end of the day. That's my take on it. And the rest of the team, Tobias Harris, he need to get up out of there. I don't even know who else is on that team. Like, how are you up by 30 at home
And
and then lose?
I have no clue. I wish I could tell you. Because they're up like 26 or like 30, and then the downhill after that.
Hold on. If Ben Simmons is such a good defender, why did Trae Young have 40? If he's a point guard, why isn't he guarding? Why isn't he guarding the point guard?
That's something.
Why aren't you stopping the best player on their team?
Right.
Like I don't like where is this like if he's that much of that great of a defender, why isn't he going on Trae Young to stop him from getting a 40 clip on their head?
I wish I could tell you. That's something they're talking about Doc Rivers too.
Come on, man. I'm tired of this, man.
Yeah. I mean, going off of that, pretty much like I don't know where because Philly lost the game 3. They're supposed to be done with the series by now because they were up in game 4. They were up late in the game, but then Joel Embiid misses an open layup, so they tie up the series. And then last night is just wild because I know if the Sixers don't win this series, it's time to blow everything up because you've wasted too much time with Embiid and Simmons. In my opinion, I think Simmons should go, and Doc Rivers should go as well.
Didn't this man last night go to the free throw line and miss 2 at home?
Right.
Boy, no way.
And there was a video of him online, like from 2017, 2019, saying, "Oh yeah, this whole hack of Ben nonsense is not going to be lasting long at all." And this was from 2019, and it's 2021 as right now. So clearly, you were obviously wrong about that because you still can't hit a free throw to save your life. But who'd you at life on the line? Who'd you have shoot a free throw and make it 2 in a row? Simmons or Giannis? Tough question, right?
You said my life is on the line?
Your life is on the line.
Yo, Kenny, Phil, no man. But make sure I got my casket, guys. Like I want a New Orleans Saints gold. You feel me? Like
we'll have a little
like but nah, I'll pick Giannis. I like my chances with Giannis.
Right. It'll take like a good 5-10 minutes, but
both of the releases are like crazy. Like
yeah.
I want to know. I just want to know who taught them to like shoot and then told them to keep shooting like that.
And plus, the crazy thing about Ben Simmons and Giannis Antetokounmpo, you have Tobias Harris, you have Danny Green, JJ Redick was a Sixer, and you didn't spend any time with him. One of the most underrated shooters in the NBA, and also for the Bucks side, they had Kyle Korver on the team. You didn't tell me Giannis didn't spend hours with Kyle Korver and his jump shots like that.
But like. Put all of that aside, or the Philly slander, or what? It's not even slander; it's just the truth.
Yeah.
The Hawks though. The Hawks going back to the A for Game 6. Well, I said this. Was it 2 weeks ago? No, probably last week. I think I said that. I said if it gets to this, the Hawks got it. I said they go back to the A for Game 6. It's over with. It's done. It's over with. It's done. Trae Young is going to. He's going. The game tomorrow. He's going to put them out. He might go for 50.
right? Especially if Ben
I'm not
Simmons
gonna.
don't do anything.
I'm not
'Cause I
gonna
don't know.
lie.
I actually don't know what Doc Rivers is doing. You don't have your allegedly best defender on the team guarding the best offensive player. It's just wild.
Lemon pepper Lou. But yeah, like yo, you heard her. You heard her first. You heard it here first, man. Trae Young. Trae Young 50. 50 to send the Sixers home
Right. Be
for
wild.
sure.
I'm hoping he does it.
Like man,
But
listen,
I had the Sixers making the conference finals, but at this rate, yeah, that's looking like a dub.
it's just looking bad, man. But like you said, like I said before, basketball is a game of runs. You see it all the time. Like it happens all the time. Like and even with the game that we're gonna be talking about next, with from Kevin Durant and shit. Like you can see, it's
Yep.
all about runs.
We definitely got a lot to say about that
anything to
game.
close out on the Hawks?
Oh no, I mean just keep doing what you're doing. Capella's playing
Kevin
decent.
Huter.
Bogdanovich, Huter, Collins. I think could play a little bit better, but Trae Young, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. And as for the Sixers, if you get eliminated, it's just gonna hit the ceiling this offseason.
Kevin
Ben Simmons
Huter.
probably gonna get
He's from
traded.
upstate NY too.
Connectivity.
Yep.
Yeah, I know someone that went to the same high school as him.
Yeah. That boy.
Yeah,
That boy is a bucket.
right. Yeah, if the Sixers lose the series, Doc Rivers is gone. Ben Simmons is gonna get traded. They need to make They need to shake everything up because clearly the process is still processing. It's like it's that broken loading screen that takes forever to load. So they need to change it a lot in Philly if they do lose the series.
Yeah, there's gonna be an uproar if they do. 4-2 to the Hawks. Ew.
Right, and they were the favorites to win the series.
What? Who was?
The Sixers.
Oh
They're
yeah,
the favorite.
they're the favorite. People think they're going to the finals, but listen, there's more time. Like they can make it happen, but I don't think they will. Trae Young is he's a Kobe guy. Like you don't think he's gonna go in there and try to shoot their lights out. Like 50, bro.
He can pull it from half court almost every time.
50. I'm telling you, I would not be surprised, bro. Like 50 on a closeout game, elimination game. Shit, that's a legacy game for him.
Right.
Close out the Sixers. Heavy underdogs too, and they got what's Vegas got? Let's see what Vegas got for them. Vegas got 3 points for Philly. So, hey man, they got Philly winning in Vegas, so you never know. All these games going to Game 7, but I feel like they're all good series to go to Game 7 and shit. So,
right.
I said the Knicks would upset the Sixers. I had the team wrong, but I was right. Kenny, this guy Kenny always trying to change it to sound right.
Hey, sounds familiar, right? Huh? Sounds very familiar.
All right, man. Let's get to the series, man.
We have a lot to say about this one for sure.
Super crazy series. It's actually right now 53-46 with the Bucks up right now in Milwaukee. 2 minutes left going before halftime.
Right. You want to start off because I got a lot to say. You start off because I'm gonna have.
No, you got it, bro. I took the Sixers time up. You got it. You got it.
So I don't know. I sent you a video in the chat. There's a whole graph of people that has defended Kevin Durant in the past 8 years, and based on effectiveness. And guess who's the number one player on that list? If you had to take a shot in the dark,
LeBron.
Giannis.
Okay.
So with that in mind, did you watched the game? The Kevin Durant's going off. How many times did you see Giannis guard Kevin Durant?
Not once. Because I was streaming it in the Discord with while I was watching it. I'm like,
right.
Is he gonna guard him, or is he gonna what's going on?
Right. So, an MVP, back-to-back MVP candidate, Defensive Player of the Year winner, and he's not on Kevin Durant. He's sitting in the corner with Joe Harris or Blake Griffin or whoever he's guarding, and he's basically letting Chris Middleton and PJ Tucker do it. I mean, that's pretty much huge disappointment on Giannis's end, and plus not even talking about that, his offense as well. He needs to develop a different bag because
he had 37.
Yeah, but he also had that costly turnover near the end of the game as well.
Yeah.
where Middleton drove, he passed it to him. He had better fingers
Hold on.
as well.
Put a pin in it real quick. Hold on. Kenny's going off in the chat. He said trash, afraid of the moment, can't shoot, can't catch, won't guard the best, can't hit a free throw, pack him up.
Yo, mods, control this man. Whoever's the mod in the chat.
Right.
Right, I
We
mean-
might take Kenny out of here.
Yeah, Giannis. Giannis was. I agree with Kenny. He was fair in the moment. He needs to have that dog in him. You've seen those videos where Giannis like dunks on someone and he has that mean mug. We need that Giannis. Because the Giannis that's playing, he's scared of them. He's scared to guard the best player.
It's different, bro. It's different. Like when you were like, it's different. Like, cause you're in the like he's probably in the moment. I'm not making excuses for him.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you're in the moment. Like I'm trying to just like relate to it. But like being in a game, right? Like in college, most of the time I'm one of the best players on the field. And then there's that one defensive player that I gotta watch for to make sure he doesn't make me look bad, and you try to do everything to avoid him. So like maybe that's what he was thinking. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, like I said, the whole graph earlier. You literally stat wise and analytics wise, you have the best success in guarding Kevin Durant. I don't know why. I don't know what Mike Budenholzer is thinking as well, because I don't know what game plan he has, but if you're Giannis, you have to take control of whatever's going on, because you could be going home tonight. You just got to say fuck it. Because I think he said it after the game. He said, "I'm gonna make sure I guard Kevin Durant." Because he should have done that near the end of the game. You should have done that as soon as the Bucks started losing that lead.
Right,
Because
exactly.
he has all that potential, and he has the wingspan to match Kevin Durant's shooting ability. Because we know that shot is damn near unblockable. But if someone can contest it,
PJ Tucker's hand only goes to KD's face.
right?
Like,
And he's like 6'7", I think.
right.
6'7", 6'6".
It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, you're a defensive player of the year. The best player on the Bucks is supposed to guard the best player in the Nets. I don't know why you waited until the end of the game to say I'm gonna guard Kevin Durant. This should have been done at halftime or whenever they started losing the lead. And I think he's
Exactly.
guarding him now, hopefully, because I haven't watched the game yet. But hopefully, Giannis is guarding KD more this game, or else you're gonna be going home. And I think Kenny said it last week. If the Bucks lose this, something has to happen, and I completely agree. I think if the Bucks lose this series, Mike Budenholzer's gone. They might, try to call up Dame time and see what's happening with him. But
Lord.
Mike Budenholzer should be gone after this.
Kenny said, Otto, I just feel like you can't win with him being
What?
a centerpiece.
That's a guard KD.
His game is not. Yeah, that's very true. I feel like it's very tough to win with guys that can't really do much, and everything like that. Chris Middleton is going absolutely off right now. Just
Right.
by
They have solid pieces like Brook Lopez, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday is a very underrated player, one of the best two-way guards in the league. They need to focus on a good game plan. And Kenny mentioned in the chat, Giannis has not guarded KD at all, or not as much. So something needs to happen. So I'm just really disappointed in the Bucks, because I have them win this series in 7 games, and I still do, because I'm going to stick to that.
Mhm.
But if they played how they did the last game, where they lost that huge ass lead by like 18 or 20, they're going to get sent home tonight. So I'm hoping Bucks get that.
Middleton just hit two big shots, threes from the wing.
Hey, at least someone on the Bucks can hit threes, right?
Middleton was playing. Middleton played pretty well the other night too.
Yeah.
I think
better.
another thing, somebody said it too, is Drew Holiday got to take James Harden to the rack, bro. He's on one leg. I felt like he dropped the ball on that.
Yeah, and that's another big thing from yesterday's game. James Harden didn't look anything like himself last game. He was playing on one bad leg, and he barely attacked the basket. He was mostly shooting jump shots. And if I'm the Bucks, you can't let that happen. It was basically
Right.
KD, and shout out to Uncle Jeff Green, by the way. He went off that game, scored about 24, 26. He doesn't get enough love. He's been a solid role player wherever he went. Boston, here, I think he was also a Rocket. He's just been a solid role player. He doesn't get enough love, but
Yeah.
him and KD carried the Nets to that win, and the Bucks should be ashamed of
Definitely,
themselves.
definitely. I just said KD thought he was in Rucker Park. Man, if you
Ooh.
that Rucker Park Kevin Durant video where he came down and hit like 7 threes in a row.
Right, and then
He
the fans just attacked him.
Kevin,
Yo.
wow. swarming the court. He dropped like 55 in the Rucker Park. That was a legend. That's legendary right there too. Like I love watching that video. That made me
one of the legendary parks of all time.
Right. That made me a huge fan of KD even more. KD's my favorite player. So I love everything. I love everything he does, what he brings to the table. He's authentic. He's himself. Like I understand where he's coming from. He's reminding you that he's human, and he does have emotions and all that other shit people don't like, but it is what it is.
Right, and then just spinning the whole thing. Just going from the net side, Kevin Durant last night or the night before, 49 points, 48 minutes. He did not. The only time he sat down was timeouts. You did not see this man leave the court once. He had a 49-point triple-double in an elimination game.
How could you come out the game?
Right. There was no. He didn't have a choice. It was either
if you're asking to come out of that game with Kyrie hurt and James Harden on one leg, like I'm gonna be like, yo, what are you? Do you want to win?
He had no choice.
You ever seen the RDC World video? He was like, you gonna keep hooping. You're not coming out the game. We was down 40. We up 4 because you win the game. He said, you're going to be hooping until Jesus come back. You guessed it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that 48 minutes, that's incredible.
Yeah, and I think either the day before the game or the day of the game, Stephen A. Smith made a proclamation like Kevin Durant is the greatest player to ever play for New York. And there's been a lot of heated conversations between me and my friends about it. Because, in my opinion, Kevin Durant isn't like the best New York player of all time. Because obviously he has to build that reputation up, like legacy wise. But like as his skill set and his ability as a player, I believe that he is the best player to ever play for New York based on his skill set. Because how many 7-footers do you know can move like that, shoot like that, defend like that, all in one package? It's tough to find. He's anywhere in NBA history.
He's the best. Like Kenny said, or the best way to put it last week is he's the most gifted scorer that we've probably ever seen. Like I was watching him, like he drove, he crossed over, went down the lane, was getting, I think he crossed past somebody from right to left, unorthodox layup at a crazy angle that I didn't think was even gonna go in, and it still goes in. Like he's getting hit in the face by PJ Tucker consistently. Hitting the jump shot, following through. We got Neil in the chat. Everybody get ready for him to scream because he's gonna lose his mind.
Also, shout out to John in the chat.
Bucks up at 11. How do you see them coming back in this game? They gotta win. They gotta win the game. Plain and simple.
Gotta play defense as well.
I think Middleton, Drew Holiday's gotta go at James Harden. Plain and simple.
Also a little side fact about Kevin Durant in the playoffs. His rate of making contested shots in the playoffs has been absolutely wild. Like it's really high percentage. I don't know the exact number, but it's been a really high percentage.
What's good, man? What's good?
Y'all see what's about to happen here.
What's good? Let the people know who you are, man.
Y'all know what's about to happen here tonight.
Let the people know who you are.
I just want y'all to know what's about to happen here tonight.
Can you introduce yourself?
Y'all already know who the fuck it is, man. I don't need to say shit about myself. Y'all know who it is, all right? I hope y'all
How you feeling today, man?
Are y'all tuned into this motherfucker?
I got it open though. I have had to open the whole thing. Oh, Kenny's out here.
I'm out after halftime. I can't be in this shit.
Look, wow.
I came in just to let y'all know I'm here for halftime. I'm here for this shit, all right?
Kenny, turn your thing sideways. Yeah, there we go. So it widens the screen. Yeah. He said the rain here. I'm logging off. So how you feeling? Oh, look at the shirt. Yeah, merch.
Bro, listen. Y'all see what my man KD did? Yeah. Y'all seeing what my son did?
That's my favorite player. You talking about your man?
Money sniper. It's easy money.
35.
Slim Reaper, Durantula. Ain't no thing.
He's slim.
Too easy.
Yeah, but let's go into Game 7. Just a heads up.
No.
He don't want that.
Oh, I don't give a listen. Game 7 is easy. Game 7, that's an easy dub for us. That's back at Brooklyn. Easy money.
Right. Basketball is a game of runs, though, man. We about to see 2 more big runs, and whoever can get him is gonna win the game.
Listen, all we gotta do right now for y'all watching the game right now, all we gotta do right now is that stop Chris Middleton. That's it.
He's clipping you right now.
Just stop letting him shoot fucking open threes. Just let Giannis do whatever he wants to do in the fucking lane with his stupid long ass, ugly ass arms. Let him fucking shoot layups. Hack his ass every single fucking time. I don't care.
I was gonna say 3 for 7 from the free throw. He's 8 for 9 from the.
If he put Nicholas Claxton in the game, okay, this is what you do. Steve Nash, pick up the phone. Put Nicholas Claxton in the game. All right, let him guard Giannis.
Why don't you call Phil and tell him this?
Right.
Hack. Just hack his ass.
Just hack.
Just get the bench. Just get the bench players. Then
you
let's
about
follow
to
up one by
just
one.
empty the DMPs and just use it on hack.
Just throw Claxton in. Throw DeAndre Jordan in. I mean, what the fuck? DeAndre Jordan just chilling. Put his ass in the game. Let him fuck up Giannis real quick. Toss his ass around.
Kenny, how you feel about this? Because I know you got something to say.
Oh, is that?
Can't hear you.
You muted right now. I think you might be muted. Yeah, listen.
Yo, it's, just a heads up. You know, if you could see Neil.
We do, John. We do
background.
not. Yeah, John. We do not. I do not agree with that. I think Giannis should be guarding KD because every other superstar gets hell for not guarding the best player. So,
Right.
Oh, fuck Giannis. Fuck Giannis, all right? Fake ass MVP, fake ass defensive player of the year. Get his fucking Greek bitch ass the fuck out, all right? Finish their bitch asses off tonight. I don't want to see his ass again. Fucking most overrated player I've ever seen in my life.
Now
He
I'm
is
hoping this
so
goes to Game
fucking
7.
overrated. Like the empty stats. It's like Joel Embiid, except Joel Embiid, I'd take him over Giannis any day of the week. But they both put up empty stat lines. They'll put up 50, 12, and 13, and their team will lose. They're fake frauds. The man won Defensive Player of the Year and MVP in the same season, and yet has yet to guard Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant dropped 50 last night, and Giannis didn't guard him once. Like, what Defensive Player of the Year doesn't step up to guard the best player of the team?
That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, he's pussy. He's fraud. Fuck out of here. But where's Skip Bayless talking? Skip Bayless will talk crazy fucking shit about LeBron passing the ball off to an open guy for a game-winning shot. Oh, LeBron again. LeBron James again doesn't take the game-winning shot. He passed the ball to the corner three, wide open, hit it. Giannis sits in the corner as a statue, guards nobody all game. Nobody says shit about it.
Nah, that's how it works.
I get you.
That's how it works when you are the best. That's how it works.
No, that's true. That's actually true. You know what? That's very true.
Unrealistic expectations over and over again.
But we've known this though, and it was shown again this year with the MVPs. When everyone, Steph Curry should win MVP because look at the team that he got to the play-in game. Meanwhile, LeBron has brought Island of Misfit Toys to the finals like it's his job every other year. But like when you're the best, they expect you to do unrealistic things, and then when you do it, it's still not good enough.
I'm seeing John ask Trae or Giannis right now to start a franchise. That's easy for me, super easy for me. I'm taking Trae Young 100%.
Yeah, I mean, like I said in the group chat the other day, I just don't think that you can build with Giannis as your centerpiece in today's game because he has no jump shot. He can't hit free throws. Like when the game's on the line, the ball should be in your MVP's hand. When the game was on the line the other day, they drew up a play for Chris Middleton. Giannis is a 2-time MVP, and they did not even think to drop a play for him. What does that tell you?
Right.
I'm not building a team around a guy who I can't give the ball to with 5 seconds
Giannis
left.
might be the only player ever to win MVP and get a fucking 12-second free throw delay of game, whatever the fuck it is.
The ref handed the ball. He said, "Hurry up!" He said, "Hurry up! Shoot the ball."
Bro, listen. If I just want to say this, like, yes, I know that the Nets obviously are a stacked team, but coming into the series against the Bucks, the Nets are not as stacked as they have been. I mean, really, if you think about it, it's just KD. Blake Griffin's washed. I never noticed. I watched games in the season with Blake, but he is fucking washed.
Yeah,
that man is Swiss cheese on defense. Giannis literally walks through him like he's nothing. He can't even like get rebounds. Like he can't jump anymore. Sure, he can dunk, but I mean he's almost 7 foot, so he should fucking dunk. But like James Harden, I'm pretty sure right now, James Harden I could probably beat him one-on-one. Like his hamstring is so fucking bad, bro. He stopped on a fast break. He couldn't even go to half court. He literally had to stop and dribble. He couldn't even run.
All right, I'm gonna ask this question. I'm gonna ask this question to Neil. I'm not sure if you saw it on Facebook, but I asked the question on the page. Has Shaq ever been the best player in the NBA? And it gave it.
Yes, multiple times.
Okay.
He has trophies to prove it as well.
Okay.
Okay, for people that don't think that Shaq has ever been the best player in the NBA, do yourself a favor and look up his playoff numbers.
He's a three-time NBA Finals MVP.
You know what? Actually, as the stat man, let me do y'all.
Is he a two-time MVP as well, or one-time?
One time.
As the stat man on the podcast here, I will give you a little.
Like, I think people just take for granted because we were so young when Shaq was Shaq. Like, we remember Shaq at the end of LA and like in Miami, but like when Shaq was at the end of his time in Orlando and early LA, like he was bugging. Nobody that could touch him.
Nobody. He get in the post. Bro, he was like Mike Tyson in the post. Like, he got the ball, you know it was over. You know the like Mike Tyson walk in the ring, you knew he won. Like, Shaq get the ball in the paint. Somebody is getting dunked on. I don't know who. I don't know if it's a cameraman or the person.
And rims will be broken.
Rims broken. Like, nah. But people are like, he's the most dominant. He's the most dominant player ever. But he was never the best in a single year in the NBA. That makes no sense.
That's crazy.
The year that David Robinson won the MVP, Shaq was better than him. Was the best player in the NBA.
For Shaquille O'Neal's playoff career, 1,200 is that 1,200 games? Yeah, 1,200 games in his playoff career. Yeah, it's 23.7 points and 11 rebounds, shooting 60% from the field.
How many blocks per game?
I don't see that on here. He has 142 double-doubles and 214 starts, 129 wins, 87 losses.
He only has two. Then that can't be an accurate amount of games played in the playoffs. Then, if he only started 214 times.
Well, I mean, towards the end of his career.
Do you think he got to the playoffs 1,000 games towards the end of his career that he didn't start?
When he was with the Heat, maybe.
1,000 times. Think about what you're saying. You said he played 1,200.
I'm just telling you what this fucking website's saying.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not
You're
accurate.
Stat man.
It's
So you know
impossible.
the best stat website?
If you're not on Basketball Reference, you're not on a good website.
That's Basketball Reference.
Well, then I don't know what you're looking at because there's no way he played 1,200 career playoff games when he started 200.
He's on Pro Football Focus.
I'm actually on Pro Football Focus right now. I forgot I was signed in on Pro Football Focus.
Listen,
because that's a Pro Football Focus stat.
One of those guys. Speaking of the PFF, man, they're trash. The guy dead ass. One of them said they would take Austin Eckler over Alvin Kamara. Like
I saw that.
No, wait, time out. He's not talking, but he wasn't talking about it in real life. He's talking about fantasy football wise. That was the PFF fantasy page.
Still?
I'm not saying that it's right, but it's a little less blasphemous when you take that into consideration. He's not saying like if I'm starting a franchise, I'm taking Eckler over Kamara. He's saying in a fantasy football league, I'm taking Austin Eckler over Kamara. I'm not, but that's what he's saying.
I'm taking Cam Akers over both of them.
Drunk.
Prove it this year.
He's not. He can't even tie.
Yeah,
Kamara's
Neil's first pick in the draft is gonna be Cam Akers.
First pick in the draft.
He can't even tie. He can't even tie Kamara's laces. You're tripping. He's drunk.
Let's see.
Neil, you still struggling over there?
Yeah,
No, I'm watching.
Oh yeah. Also, speaking of Neil,
So he played 206. So it was 216 career playoff games, Neil, and he started 214 of them.
Yeah, I was looking at something else.
Yeah, clearly.
Oh yeah, I was gonna bring up Neil's background. Steve Nash hugging Kevin Durant. We saw the same photo I think yesterday with Steve Ballmer hugging Paul George the exact same way with the same set reaction. It's just funny you got those two reactions 2 days in a row because of what PG did last night.
Ballmer's a wave rider. He only did it because Steve Nash did it.
He's a good owner though.
Look at Steve
I've
Nash's
seen so
fucking
far.
face. That's what gets me. Look at his face. He's literally like,
Yeah.
I love you.
You saved
I don't
my
know what I'm
job.
doing out
You
here.
saved my job.
Save his job. He's doing great in the playoffs. That's another thing. Nick Young, fucking retard, bro. Like, how are you out here talking about despite Steve Nash? Like, what? What did he do? He literally let KD play every minute of the game. Every single fucking minute of the game. KD
Because he
played.
knew what he had to do.
Exactly. So, what coach
My
allows their
job,
players
my job
to do
is
that?
on the line. I got Kyrie, Harden, and Durant, and if I don't make it to the finals,
He doesn't have them though. He does.
Yeah, there's there's
Listen.
nothing Steve Nash could have done to get
He
fired.
has
So
he
he
has
had-
Harden at about 10%. He has no Kyrie, and he has KD with Joe Harris, who's
And-
shooting.
He has a hobbled James Harden.
Joe Harris ain't made a shot since
has
game
a-
2.
He's made like 3 threes, I think, in this whole series. After he led the NBA in 3-point percentage this year.
Right.
empty stats.
Oh my God!
Empty stats.
All right. I gotta go. I can't.
All right. Listen,
Listen,
we gonna
PJ
wrap it up here anyway.
PJ Tucker just hit a 3. All right, that's my cue to go. PJ Tucker just hit a 3. Lawrence, Phil, Kenny, my boys, I love you.
Game 7.
Listen, Bucks.
Game 7.
Hey, Bucks by 9.
To go into the third quarter, to go into the fourth quarter, right?
No, I'm saying, yeah,
60,
I'm saying
50,
it's-
62.
I'm saying Bucks win by 9.
You think Bucks win by 9?
By 9.
I think Bucks win as well. I think they'll be a lot closer.
I'm just
I'll
throwing
say
out a number out there. Like,
I'll say Nets by 3.
Nets by 3.
I'll say Bucks by 5.
Nets win this game because they're gonna make Giannis have to beat them at the end, and he's not gonna do it.
They make defensive adjustments here. Chris Middleton's not going to beat them. Drew Holiday's not going to beat them. We're going to make Giannis do some crazy shit. All right? And KD's going to take KD just cooked PJ Tucker. He's unfucking guardable. All right, boys. I love y'all. Peace out.
All right, man. Listen. Jesus. Yo, everybody that's tuned in tonight,
man a
man, we
character.
appreciate you. Otto, John, Kenny is in here,
What's up?
but he was in the chat making it live. Who else was in here? Was Showboat in here
Sosa.
tonight? Big Sosa. Sosa was in here. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you go check out the website, IBTEnetwork.com, at IBTE Network on all platforms. And also we have the sports page on Facebook and Instagram at IBTE Sports. Ran by yours truly, Phil, with the backwards jersey. He's holding it down
Right.
on the socials.
We also have some interns that I'm yelling at, but that's under the table. They're getting paid under the table. So we're good.
Wait, what did he say? Said, I think he said Nets in 7. The Hawks going to the finals. I think the Hawks get. Past the Sixers. I think Trae Young goes for a 50 clip tomorrow. Might be outlandish, but hey, it is what it is. But I
really
don't
hope the
know
Bucks
about
win.
getting past the Nets. That would
Or
be
Bucks.
tricky.
We don't know yet officially.
Because if
It's all gonna depend on health.
it's
Yep.
gonna depend on health. Because if the
That's what
Nets,
Jamal Murray said.
if the Nets don't win tonight, that means they got to play another game with a hobbling James Harden, and for not hoping that he'll get hurt, but he can also get hurt. Is KD getting hurt too instead of resting? So you gotta take that.
Plus, we don't know
into
when
account,
Kyrie's
too,
coming back, so
Yeah, and Kyrie.
Yeah, I don't think Kyrie's coming back.
Nah, bro.
Like at all?
That's potentially.
Definitely not this series, but I'm not sure.
oh, okay.
Maybe not till like midway through the next one. The way that they're talking about it, like
The ankle sprain, yeah.
His ankle was at 90 degrees, boy.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
No way. Like that's not even like a quick one. Like that was sitting there for a second, and then he popped back up. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it got so bad. You got the NBA talking about like rules for that shit. So
yeah. Listen, Suns versus the Hawks. Ooh, he said most random. that would be different though. That would be a lot of shooting, bro. We might
Booker
see
versus Trae.
Oof.
yeah, I hope for the Suns' sake that Chris Paul is able to come back, because unfortunately, I don't see them getting past anybody that they have to face without Chris Paul.
Yeah,
they need
I'm
Chris.
just hoping that Clippers and Jazz series takes as long as it like needs to, so Chris Paul can get back.
Yes,
to it.
Neil.
All right. So what we going? He said he's on the call still. What is he talking about? Is he joining?
He said he's got something to say.
Oh my goodness! Why didn't don't do this?
If you keep talking shit about James Harden pushing off, I swear to fucking God, bro.
James Harden's game is
He's
weak.
playing basketball.
No,
They're hacking
it's
that
not
man.
basketball. It's not basketball. It's not. I didn't even address that.
They can't guard this man.
Yes, because he cheats and pushes off every possession.
No.
That pause says it all. That pause says it all. You know I'm not lying. He does it every single time, bro. It's not basketball. It's not basketball. You're not gonna convince me, bro.
It's good, Lawrence. He always making the Facebook statuses. He don't know what he's talking about. All right, he's a hater, bona fide hater.
I love James Harden, but bro. It's not basketball. It's terrible. It's just bad. It's just bad. It's not. He's not even trying to attempt to go to the rim. He's looking for fouls every play.
Foul hunting.
Then he had a huge turnover in the fourth quarter and threw the ball at half court and they went down
he was
to
trying to draw a
score.
foul. Yeah.
Exactly. Like that's the type of shit that causes it. Like, come on, bro. Like it's literally right there in your face. He's a fraud. Play
Because he's
basketball.
hurt.
Go to the rim. Go to
You know what, Lawrence?
Yo, listen. The only way you can talk to me is if you get on the call. That's it.
I can't take this.
Yo, hang up on him. Hang up on him, bro.
Haterade constantly.
Hang up
Constant
on him.
haterade.
Do it, Kenny.
Hang up on him, bro.
Oh, he did.
Nope, he hung up. He said it was over.
He doesn't realize that I was a huge OKC fan. I love James Harden, but his game is annoying and it's unnecessary. Like it's not.
He's a great ball handler and assist maker.
Great ball handler, but he does that shit where he slows down. He has a free lane to the basket. He'll slow down, let the guy get on his back, and then flails all over the place.
So wait, how do you feel about Trae Young doing that drawing fouls thing where he stops, jumps back and try to shoot?
It's corny.
Can't wait for them to change that rule.
Yeah, they need to change it because it's not like regardless of how people feel, that shit's not basketball. Like if you're gonna shoot the shot, just shoot the shot. Like then you're gonna get upset when you get he elbows you in your head or something accidentally, and then you're gonna get upset.
Right, because to me, the point of foul shots is because you're getting them because they impeded your ability to score. You were never going to take that shot anyways. You were just trying to fall in them.
Exactly.
So that I don't understand why we're giving you 3 free shots because you were the best acrobat on the court. No.
Devin Booker, the entire Lakers series, that's all he did.
That's been a thing for the past 5 years in the NBA. It's pathetic and it's trickling down to college. You see kids do it in high school on the AAU circuit. It's bad. It's bad.
It's a bad trend, yeah.
But that's my take on it. Like how you said, I think it's bad for the game because it's just gonna be the same thing over and over. Like it's just corny. But any last words, man?
Kenny, you want to say anything? I'm gonna go last.
Nothing. I mean, I can't even pick games anymore for the NBA. I got to take it day by day with all these damn injuries. It's just, it's sad almost. You can't really even get excited. I was very excited for the Suns and Chris Paul, and now you got that happen. I mean, I wasn't happy for the Clippers because I don't like the Clippers, but you hate to see a guy go down like that. So I just hope everyone stays healthy for the remainder of the playoffs so we actually get the best guys playing.
Right. Yeah, thanks. I'm gonna say, everybody keep doing what you're doing. If you want to do something, go do it. Enjoy life. Life is short. And happy Juneteenth. Tomorrow is Juneteenth. So, is it tomorrow?
Saturday. But it's being celebrated tomorrow by most businesses.
Okay,
Biden made it a national holiday, I believe.
So June 19th, Juneteenth. Happy that's a federal holiday now. So be on the lookout on getting the extra day off of work. And if they don't, complain. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. We're gonna be obviously posting something on the network page and everything. But shout out to all the fathers. Shout out to Kenny out here being a great father, man. You feel me? Yes, sir. But that's all I gotta say, man. What you got, Phil, to close it out?
Let's say you know Kenny's a great father when he cusses a Walmart associate for a toy, and I was that Walmart associate. So,
hey man, tell your app to get it right. If it says it's in stock in the aisle, it should be in stock in the aisle.
Wait, he came to you?
No, I ran into him, and then
Uh,
he was saying something about a toy. I was like, oh, there's nothing I can do about it, sir. Would you like to see a manager, or
If you want a
But
manager,
I was not pleased. I want full Karen.
full Karen, yikes.
right. For me, just make sure you check out the IBTE sports page as well. We got a lot of stuff coming up, especially since it's Pride Month. Shout out to everyone involved in the LGBTQ community. It takes a lot of strength, bravery, and heart to come out and be yourself. So shout out to you guys in that community. Just make sure you look out for our posts on that as well. So stay tuned.
All right, man. Make sure y'all go and check us out. IBTNetwork.com, at IBTE Network. All platforms, we appreciate you for tuning in and being consistent. Everybody in the chat, we appreciate you. More merch is going to be on the way on the website soon. We got a lot of things cooking up. Things are gonna start heating up. Gonna get a bit more hectic for the network, so be on the lookout. And for the people that are watching, Warzone competition going down July 9th to July 11th. Warzone kill race tournament. All information is on the website. Go check it out. It's gonna be trios. So if you need an opportunity to win some money, and you feel like you can hold it down in trios, the people you got, come and join the tournament, man.
Wait,
What happened?
one more thing.
Yep.
Tomorrow we're gonna be on the IPT sports page. We're gonna do a little meet the team thing. So make sure you check it out. You get some more info on me, myself, me, Neil, Kenny, and Lawrence.
Me, myself, and I. He said, you feel me, like
Right, because I run the page, so I'm gonna put a lot of my content out there. So yeah, just but all four of us, part of the team, you get to know a little bit more about us and get to see some cool pictures as well. Because we know I have a very special picture for Neil that's gonna be there. So just make sure you guys check that out tomorrow.
All right, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning into another episode of IBT Sports Podcast. We appreciate you.